Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of the Rakestraw Boys. Today is brother versus brother. Jeremy has got a Ruger American Gen 2 chambered 270 Winchester, and I've got my Savage Axis chambered 30-06. We took both of them to 100 yards. Accuracy, water jugs, the chronograph, we're letting data decide who wins today. So let's get after it. Before we get into it, here's what we're running with today. Jeremy's running the Ruger American Gen 2 and 270 Winchester, shooting Remington Core-Lokt tipped 130 grain. I've got my Savage Axis in 30-06, shooting Nosler Whitetail 150 grain. Now, on paper, these cartridges are the most iconic deer cartridges ever made. A lot of folks will tell you that there's really no real difference, that picking between them is what you would call splitting hairs. We've heard that argument. So today we're going to the range and settling the debate once and for all. 5 categories: recoil, accuracy, water displacement, ballistics numbers, and accessibility. The data decides. Let's get down to brass tacks. First category, recoil. Now I'm going to be honest with you, we didn't run a pressure test or put it on a machine or anything like that to measure actual felt recoil. This is just real world behind the rifle feel. The 270, 130 grain bullet, less powder behind it. It's a snappy cartridge, but manageable. Pleasant, even. The 30-06, 150 grain, you feel it. It's got more push. Not punishing, but it's definitely there. If you're a newer shooter, or if you're putting your kids or your spouse behind a rifle, I would most likely lean towards 270 because it's just got better recoil. Advantage, 270. Physics don't lie. Next up, accuracy. Both of these rifles showed up at 100 yards. I want to be excessively clear about that before I give you these numbers.
First, second, third.
Dang, Core-Lokt tip doing the dirty work today.
And that's, there's my pinky. My pinky finger covers up the group. Okay?
That's pretty good.
There's my pinky.
Dang.
Jeremy's 270 Ruger American Gen 2 printed out on those plates a 1/2 inch group. 1/2 inch out of a factory rifle with factory ammunition. That is legitimate. And I don't care who you are, a 1/2 inch group at 100 yards is a win. My 30-06.
Definitely a big difference between guns.
Okay.
One more.
Uno mas. All right, let's go look. I didn't beat you.
270 definitely smoked the 30-06.
I did not beat you.
Not by much.
It's a good group.
I mean, you got 2 touching, just like I had, but you got the 1 plier way out here. That's a lot tighter.
Much tighter. Overall, though, they're both sub MOA.
Yeah, I mean 3/4 inch. Yeah, 3/4 inch to, I mean, yeah, y'all can tell the difference.
Now, the only difference in ammunition is I shot 150 grain Nosler American Whitetail, and you shot 130 grain
Remington Core-Lokt tip.
Remington Core-Lokt tip. So
the baddest of the bad.
both of these guns, they shoot in their lane. The only reason why I picked 150 grain it's never shot before is because I know it likes 150 grain. So I didn't really know what I was getting into with that one. But now that I know that, I may order them online because I like that group for my gun.
Still think we got to give respect where respect's due. I mean, I am shooting a Ruger American Gen 2. He's shooting one of the cheapest guns on the market, the Savage Axis. For it to be competing with the Ruger Gen 2 by at least 1/4 inch difference, that's respect.
I will only give it one thing. It's only because I've done my research. people who ain't done their research, taking down the rifle just randomly, you wouldn't have got that result if you hadn't tested it in the field.
A 3/4 inch group. Now that's solid. There is nothing wrong with 3/4 inches at 100 yards. That's going to kill deer all day long. But head to head, and 1/2 inch is going to beat a 3/4 inch all day long. The numbers are numbers. Advantage, 270. Up next, water jugs. One of my favorite parts of any test, because the jug don't give a crap what the box says. It's going to show you exactly what that bullet's going to do on impact.
Y'all, we're planning on putting a suppressor on this one because
She's rough.
that 300 Win Mag and this 270, boy, I tell you what, they spit some gas on the end of that barrel.
You know, a lot of complaints are about these guns. They're hard to hand feed into the bolt and chamber. I've got no issues. All right, we ready?
Yeah.
Splash time. Coming to a town near you.
Hey, we might have caught a bullet that time. Let's see if we got something.
She's bleeding.
She's bleeding, but only from one side. I feel something. Yeah, that water feels good.
Make your toes blue.
Oh, wait.
Oh, I see some separation.
There we go. There she is. You got your bullet to put in the pile now. There's your first 270 Core-Lokt tip.
I'll take that any day. Got some blue water on the ground. Hey, y'all drop a comment. Y'all think we ought to dye our pine blue? I told Thomas this morning we need to dye it blue. It looks like a very diseasey water brown. Ugh.
Hey y'all like my favorite color? It's that deep lake green.
That's what we need to dye it right there.
I like this color. This is my favorite color. Anybody who asks me in the comments, what's your favorite color? That one.
Yeah.
Jeremy's 270 and that 130 grain Core-Lokt tip blew those jugs apart. That bullet had some explosive expansion. That bullet opened up fast and wide. Exactly what you would want at normal hunting distances. My 30-06 shooting the 150 grain Nosler Whitetail country acted just a little differently.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I don't know, Thomas. I got you beat. There was zero splash up.
Uh-oh.
Oh. Oh. Did I have a lot of high splash?
You had a lot of right splash. All right, let her pee. There's a bullet in there somewhere. Oh yeah, we caught her. She peeing like that. We caught a bullet for sure. Yeah, hey, we ain't separated either. Is this a bonded bullet? What the crap? I'm impressed by that performance right there. Like you can see, the lead is attached to the copper. Huh. That's crazy. I like that mushroom. Still got some weight to it too. Huh. Another one for the pile.
More controlled expansion with better weight retention. That heavier bullet holds together and drives. Here's the honest answer though. Both of those cartridges did exactly what they were supposed to do. Different ways of doing it, and the end result at 100 yards on a whitetail, both of these cartridges are going to absolutely clobber a deer with the bullets that we decided to run through the rifles. We're going to call this one a draw. Drop in the comments what opinions that y'all have about weight retention versus penetration down in the comments. I know that you've got an opinion and we'd like to hear it. Alright, so here's where today's test went sideways. And I need y'all to pay close attention to this. Not just for the video, but for anybody running Nosler Whitetail Country chambered in 30-06.
Alright, Remington Core-Lokt, tip 270, Ruger American Gen 2. Velocity check. 2958.
Jeremy's 270 got 2958 feet per second. Box spec on that load is around 3060. He's running a little under, which is completely normal for a factory rifle with factory ammunition. Consistent, clean, no flags. My 30-06, Nosler Whitetail country, here's shot one.
All right, and let's see what mine's doing.
3088.
3088. And
3088.
what the crap?
I believe we have a malfunctioning 30-06 here.
I'm gonna go back and redo that since it blew the things off.
3088. Shot two.
Dang.
3119. I would
That's
not.
3088, 3119. That's some hot stuff.
Check your barrel.
That come out.
I think them are too hot.
I think these are loaded way too hot. Yeah, look at the end of that.
Is it capping out?
Golly.
Yeah.
Here's what I'll do. I'll use the velocities for our comparison for the 270 and the 30-06. But I need to see if what I just did was safe or not, because as you saw, my chronograph, boom, every time. 3119 box spec is,
2900.
let me double check. 2950. I'm getting almost 150 feet per second faster than what a box is saying.
I think those will got a little bit more
They a little spicy.
powder in them.
3119. Y'all, box spec on that load is 2910 feet per second. I was running 150 to 200 feet per second above box spec. And it wasn't just the numbers. The bolt lift was hard. And not like normal hard, this is like something is wrong hard. I had gas blowing the sunshades off my chronograph rails, and velocity was climbing with every shot. Velocity on the second shot was faster than the first. That tells you that pressure is building, not stabilizing. This is a textbook overpressure situation, and I'm not going to gloss over it. Now, I want to be fair here. I'm not telling you to throw Nosler Whitetail country in the trash. But if you're running it through your 30-06, check your lot number and check your brass after each shot. Pay attention to your bolt lift. What I saw in this situation is not normal, and I want you to be aware of that before you decide to take your rounds to the range as well. So, when you look at this data, my 30-06 was putting out around 3,200 foot-pounds of muzzle energy. But that number has an asterisk on it. This is not what this load is designed to do. This is what happens when pressure is way out of spec. I cannot ethically count those numbers as a win. It just wouldn't be fair. And I'm being real with y'all about that. All right, 5 categories, and here's where we landed. 1, recoil. Lighter bullet, less recoil, 270, advantage. 2, accuracy. Half an inch group at 100 yards versus 3/4 of an inch group at 100 yards. Advantage, 270. 3, water displacement. With this test, you had 2 bullets doing 2 different things, but would get the same result at a deer at 100 yards or normal hunting distances. We call this one a draw. 4, ballistics numbers. My 30-06 was running hot, way out of spec hot. Clean data beats hot any day of the week. Advantage, 270. 5, accessibility. 270 Winchester and 30-06 are both widely available, well priced, and easy to find right now. So we'll call that a draw. Well guys, looking at the scorecard, I could go ahead and tell you that 270 is the winner of today's versus. Now, does this mean that the 30-06 is a bad cartridge? Not even close. It's been putting meat in the freezer for over 120 years. But in this test, on this day, with this data, the 270 just takes the cake. I'm not mad about that. Jeremy shot well. His rifle shot well. His ammo ran clean, and the data is just the data. I'll be honest with you though, if I was running a different round out of this 30-06 today, it might have been a different fight. And I think you know what might be coming later down the line in this channel. Y'all, leave a like and leave a comment. Team 270 or team 30-06? You know where my brother stands, you know where I stand. Let us know where you stand. Guys, if this is not the first time you're watching, hi, it's nice to meet you. If this is not the first time you're watching, it's good to see you guys again. I hope everything's going good on your side of the camera. I hope you guys stay tuned. We got a lot of stuff coming down the pipeline, so just keep your eyes out because the Rakestraw boys are going to be up to some more shenanigans in the future. But until then, I reckon the only thing we have left to say in this video is Rakestraw boys, we got